Well, my favorite bit is when I forget who it is in the hall with all the documents with his video camera and his laser that made one sensor slightly warm, and they're like, "Shut it down! The thing is a little bit warm. Where's Abigail? Like, have you heard the Declaration's warm right now?"
He's gonna steal the Declaration of Independence, Ben.
It was an iron pen. It was resolute.
It was
what they
mineral.
were doing.
No. It was iron. It was.
It was iron. It was.
Are we doing this?
Yeah, we're doing this. All right. In 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to Fighters for Truth, a podcast about fighting for truth.
We love truth.
We love truth, and the only thing
fight for truth.
The only
till
thing
the day
we
I
love,
die.
yeah. The only thing we love more than truth is the troops. Happy 4th of July, everybody! Yay, imperialism! Yay, nationalism! Ugh.
Remember when it was cool to be patriotic?
No.
And I'm
Next
proud
question.
to be an American.
DMCA strike. All right. So, I want to address my glasses because normally I wear these because I'm an insufferable asshole, but today I have a disgusting eye infection.
It's pretty disgusting.
And it's gross. My eye is weeping yellow shit out of it. So it glued my eyelids together last night, and I went to the doctor.
You did.
And the doctor gave me nose spray.
Because when you need eyes.
He gave me Flonase and antibiotics, and the Flonase is because, and I quote, "everything in your head drains out of the back of your nose, including your eyes."
What about what else other than your
starting
eyes?
at the nose, so wouldn't it go down and
Okay.
past the eyes?
What?
What?
You're starting at the you're going up into the nose.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
like a.
I was thinking it was just going down.
Like I think a dilation thing. I don't know how Flonase works. He also gave me eye drops.
I think that's like a Hail Mary. Because when I messed up my ear, the doctor gave me nose spray. And I'm like, this is pointless.
What?
Maybe that's just their go-to when they're like, I don't know.
Just give them some spray. They'll be fine.
Yeah, it's probably.
We don't know how the head works.
So
doctors are stupid.
Use this Flonase.
I was doing what did Dan Harmon say? Doctors are serial killers with a support system.
It's not.
Pretty accurate.
So no, I have. I thought this was a sty at first, so I had this.
Oh, those are
this
terrible.
bowl.
I hate those.
Oh no!
I had this dinner bowl
Oh no!
that I had so I had a washcloth and I was doing hot compresses. So I'd soak a washcloth and I'd wring it out and I'd put it in the microwave and then I'd put that steaming washcloth in a towel and put it on my eye. And I had a bowl for this and I had it on the counter by the blender, Nick, next to the sink, and I used it like 3 times for my disease eye. And then Danielle's cooking dinner, and she's making dinner, and she's serving dinner, and I eat my whole dinner, and then I go back, and I notice that my eye washcloth bowl is missing, and I went to the cabinet where we have 4 of those bowls, and I counted 1, 2, 3. And then for the next 5 minutes, yelled about you feeding me dinner in my sty eye infection bowl.
What'd you call it? You were like, my eyeball.
Yeah.
You fed me with my eyeball.
It's pretty mean, man.
To be fair, you left a perfectly clean-looking bowl on the counter.
Yeah.
So
Next
next to where I make dinner.
Well, you make dinner.
But if there's a bowl on the counter, you assume that's clean.
That's where
Here's what
I
I
think
think.
she's crazy.
No. Here's what I think.
Versus the cabinet bowls?
No. Here's what I think happened was I thought that I pulled it out of the counter and set it down, and then I forgot that I didn't do that. So
Yeah, so
Cameron did that.
She fed me
Yeah.
eye disease dinner. Which is
You're
super
alive.
Cool. I'm alive.
So what's going to happen?
Yeah, it's all inside, you know.
Well, my stomach probably killed it. Because my
I don't
stomach
know.
acid is stronger than
you
my...
got
I
to
don't
drink
know.
alcohol.
I did.
he did
Stat.
do that.
I can't right now
You're
because
safe.
now I'm on
Sometimes your
antibiotics.
insides quick. Yeah.
So today I called the health clinic that we go to, and you can't call the health clinic. You call like the stupid app thing that they
Yeah.
schedule through.
Oh, it's like some automated service thing.
Yeah, but this lady answers, and she's super
nuts.
nice. And she's talking to me, and I pace when I am talking on the phone because I have anxiety, and it's what I do. So I'm talking, and she goes, "What is that stomping?" And I'm like, "What?" And she goes, "Are you walking around right now?" And I'm like, "Yeah,
Jeez.
sorry. I pace when I talk. I'll go sit down." And she's like, "You got some loud steps." And I was like, "Damn."
Marching?
That's crazy. That
Getting roasted, man. But the best part is, so she's like, I'll leave them a message, see if I can get you in at 11. She could not. And then I'll call you back. She calls me back. I go, "Hello, this is Cameron." She goes, "What's up, Bigfoot?"
no.
And she was giving me a hard time. Like my eyes like gross. And she's calling me Bigfoot and giving me a hard
hitting
time.
you while you're down. That's
I know.
Oh my god.
What's up, Bigfoot?
What's up, Bigfoot?
I mean, that's impressive if she heard that through.
Were you
the
wearing
phone.
like
Yeah.
boots,
I had
or was
my
it just like a
I had my
flip-flops?
I had my earbuds in, and I just think the vibration of, and I was barefoot, so like no
Oh.
cushion at all on the tile. I don't know, man.
It
You
could
know,
be,
like-
yeah, but that could make a clapping sound. Though.
You know, like
but
the,
still, that's crazy that the you can do it through the
TikToks
phone.
of the ducks that like flop, 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 flop.
Yeah,
That's
birds,
Cameron.
so,
Yeah.
that
That's
was me.
Cameron.
Yeah.
I paced around
Not
the house.
familiar.
What?
Well,
I've
not on
only been on
Nichols,
TikTok for,
Nichols
like,
see
6
him in
months.
45 days when they're on
Alright,
Instagram.
alright. They're so good.
That's true.
He's very old. So, anybody else have any stories before we move right along with the movie?
I do not.
Okay, very good.
No.
So we watched National Treasure. I am the only one who hadn't seen it, I think.
No, Nick hadn't seen it.
Nick hadn't seen it either?
Not seen it.
Oh, well, me.
I recognized a couple scenes, but
I did
probably
not.
just from being on TV.
Yeah.
But no, I hadn't seen it.
2004?
I thought this movie came out in like 2010, and then when it said 2004,
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh my god, it's way older than I thought it was."
Yeah.
How old was everyone?
I was. In
14?
2004, I was 9.
11.
Yeah, we were 9.
9.
We
I
were
remember going to see this. I didn't think I was that little.
Yeah, we were 9.
Wow.
I mean, we had to be that little,
That's
or
true.
else they like,
Math.
yeah. So, yeah, it's a Nicolas Cage movie, man. I'd never seen a Nicolas Cage movie.
Why is it?
Same.
Oh my god, I don't know if I'm pro Nicolas Cage, you guys.
What do you mean?
I'm definitely not.
No.
I'm definitely not
No.
pro part of the script because oof, some of those lines were
Bro,
bad.
there were nine writers on this movie, and it still was so bad.
That's a lot of
Wait.
writers.
Let's hold on. It wasn't bad.
No, it's not
Bro,
bad. It's not
this
bad.
movie-
The
Okay.
movie, I do not think, as an entity, is bad. But there were more than
There were
a
some
couple.
poor choices.
There were more
Yeah.
than a couple lines where I
poor-
was like,
okay.
"That people don't talk like that."
No.
Even if you're Nicolas Cage.
Well, they even call him out on it
Yeah.
in the movie. They're like, "People don't talk like that," and he's like,
People don't talk like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they think like that.
Oh, what a muppet. So,
We love Muppets.
I have some notes. My first note was when they're doing the attic scene, right, with young Benjamin Franklin Gates, which is where I almost killed myself at the beginning of the movie because Benjamin Franklin Gates.
So his family, it's tradition.
Abraham Lincoln Gates. Like,
I'm gonna
his
name
dad
my
is
son.
Patrick Henry, and his grandpa's
Oh.
John Adams. It's
dumb,
tradition.
dumb,
Oh, I didn't pick up on that.
dumb.
I
The-
only know that because I read it after the
Where
fact.
was the Gates family on January 6th is what I want to know.
You know.
Oh, I know.
Exactly.
I know. I'm
You
gonna
know.
steal the senator's laptop.
Let's steal Nancy Pelosi's
I'm gonna
desk.
shit on Nancy Pelosi's walls. So there was that, and then my first note was: did the Freemasons pay for this movie to make them sound awesome? That's my first.
Brought to you by
The
yeah.
Freemasons.
The
We built your
Freemasons.
hospitals, and we're the kings of America. The Freemasons.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Benjamin Franklin Gates is awesome, and then awful, and then Sean Bean, or what'd you call him?
Sean Bond. How do we know that it's Bean?
Sean Bond.
How do we know?
You've never heard it
Sean
said,
Bond.
only read.
How's it?
Yeah.
SEANBEAN.
Sean
So
Bond.
That's
it could be
Bean.
Scene
That's
Bean,
Scene Bean.
Scene
Sean
Bean.
Bean, Scene Bond, or Sean Bond. Those are our options.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
It's
So
all just gonna be the same spelling.
I wrote down, is he gonna die? LOL, because he does in everything. So
Except for this.
then we go to the
Wait,
present.
who is Sean Bond? Is
Sean
that the,
Bean.
like,
Sean Bean.
bad guy?
Ian, the blonde
Ian,
guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, Boromir from Lord of the Rings. Anyway,
Yeah, that guy.
So then we go to this
One
boat.
day.
We go to the future, and there's a boat, and the boat made me mad.
the Charlotte- the
immediately was.
Secret Lives of Charlotte.
I was mad about everything about the boat.
Oh, no.
Everything
Yeah.
that happened
Yeah.
on the boat, mostly to do with gunpowder. Because you know what gunpowder doesn't do when it gets even the littlest bit damp?
Explode.
Ignite at all.
What?
It was
a
in
vacuum.
snow.
The boat kept it sealed.
The boat,
boat
kept it sealed.
It's watertight.
No, humidity even jacks with gunpowder, man.
No, this is fine.
No.
And even they're like hurricane force winds and snow and freezing and then thawing. I'm like, oh yeah. All great things for gunpowder. Stupid.
Maybe this was some kind of special gunpowder, like plot armor
Yeah,
gunpowder.
it's plot proof gunpowder.
What bothered me with the boat was
Yeah, go ahead.
they're in the snow, like a flat surface of snow, and he digs and sees like, part of the boat, and then the next scene they've like completely dug the
got
boat
the
out.
whole boat.
But it's
Did you wanna
above
watch
the
it?
land. Wouldn't it be wouldn't there be a big hole that they dug into?
Yes.
I don't
Right?
They dug a
It
lot
was
more
on
than you
top
think.
of the land.
I mean,
thought-
like a plateau.
Yeah. Well, I took it
Yeah.
They
as
just
like they're
for no reason dug all the way around it for a mile radius.
no. I thought like the boat was there and they were digging down to the hatch. Like the deck was covered in snow.
Well, he
and
couldn't
ice,
see
maybe.
it. Like they had to detect it.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it was
I don't know.
It was a flat.
Maybe we
flat
time
pieces.
jumped like 3 months and base camp was just off screen so they
just
could
didn't see it.
excavate this
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
We have our first stupid line of the movie in that scene when he's like, "No,
First of many.
we just have to see if
guys.
he can catch," and throws a flare, and then he just simply
If Ian
catches
can
it
catch.
to see if Ian can catch, and then we're like, "Oh, he can, I guess."
He can.
Which, well, also,
though.
I wore these glasses while watching the movie because light hurts. So I watched a significantly more yellow and dramatic movie than you three did.
Oh, wow.
Sounds hilarious.
But yeah, no, it's hilarious. I wrote that shit blowing up as 100% bullshit because it was.
Also, would they have survived?
no.
Probably not.
No way. No way.
No. But you know, movies.
I knew I was going to be on the other end of this.
No.
one. As soon
I
as we saw-
liked
Oh,
the
Carl loved
movie.
it.
I
God.
liked the movie a lot, kinda. But it had
Yeah.
that 2000s like none of this is plausible.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's got a very like Ocean's 11, Pirates of the Caribbean, Night of the Museum kind of
Yeah,
fantastical
Night of the
fun.
Museum,
You kind
yeah.
of suspend disbelief or whatever and just go enjoy a blockbuster. That's the
Yeah.
vibe for sure.
It was.
And I think I saw it at the perfect age, so
Yeah.
that it just imprinted on me as this like amazing, like this was like Inception for me when I was a kid.
I think
Like,
Night at the Museum makes more sense than this movie.
Talking.
You know, Night
Wait,
at
I'm
the Museum
sorry.
where they come to life.
Wait.
I'm sorry. That makes more sense.
It makes
It makes more sense.
it makes more sense because Night of the Museum knows exactly what it is, and National Treasure is like, we're gonna
Yes.
go through historical
Okay,
things,
okay,
but
okay.
you know, a
Yes.
taser
Okay.
is gonna completely knock out a guy and wipe his memory.
They never say that it wiped his memory. They
Yeah,
kept,
they did.
Yeah, they
They
woke
got
him
him
up
pretty
because
good.
he doesn't remember a thing.
Oh, I assumed they like conked him on the head or something. Like
No, they just tased him and he fell over
Yeah, but
dead.
Maybe
Off
they had one of the
screen.
Men in Black
Maybe
things.
they were just like, "Hey, what did you see?" And he was like, "I don't remember."
I
And
don't
that,
remember.
I mean, it didn't. I don't think
was
he's
so
like,
quick.
"I forgot everything that happened." I think it was just like, "Yeah, I don't know."
Yeah, I gave him
I don't know. I
like
thought it
in
was
the
short
break
term
room.
memory.
I didn't think he got his brain wiped or anything.
Well, no,
Yeah,
but like he
I don't
didn't
know.
remember who the people that tased him were.
Yeah.
But didn't they do it
was
from
so
like behind?
quick.
I
Yeah.
feel like that'd be really memorable if you got tased. I'd go, that guy tased me.
It was so quick that they were
I
like,
don't know.
"Cha!"
It was a flash, and it was like, oh, yeah,
Still
panic
doesn't
moment. I
knock
don't
you
think
out. And he didn't scream like a girl or piss his pants. Go, God.
this movie sucks. That's the most
Can
unrealistic
we
part.
talk about around that scene?
Around it.
Yeah, around that scene,
Hey,
Cameron
around.
goes, "They're already stealing the Declaration of Independence."
I thought that was going to be the
Yeah.
whole movie.
Cameron thought that was gonna be the whole movie, and I was like,
Same.
no.
I
I was
thought,
like, this is happening. Like, I paused it at one point. I was like, am I farther along than I think?
Yeah.
It was like 30 minutes in, and we're already doing it.
no, I like thought it was going to be, I'm going to steal the Declaration of Independence. And then we were going to do that for 2 hours.
No.
I was mad he only said that once.
Instead, it was like, well, look, we found Benjamin Franklin's 3D glasses behind a brick. Like, you know, I didn't
Dude.
think the first time I wore the glasses to flip the lenses to see if that did anything. We'll do that in Act 3. All right.
Can we just talk
First
about
thing I would
too,
do is mess with. I'd be going like. Can we talk about what?
just the fact that 3D glasses are a thing. Like, oh yes, we had blue and red lenses. That's plausible.
He invented
I mean,
the
it's just glass,
bifocal.
right?
I mean, bifocals are
We
different.
had stained
than-
glass by then too.
Yeah, I know, but like that made a 3D image on the back of the Declaration of Independence. Seems
They were really crafty back then. Look at their
Unlikely.
handwriting.
Only after you add lemon juice, though.
only after you had lemon
Yeah.
juice and heat.
And
Oh God.
It was so funny because the dad's like, "You're gonna have to put that in the oven," and they're like, "Oh, we can't put the white zoinks, man. We can't put this in the oven." And then they are swabbing lemon juice on it, and then he's like, "I told you you needed heat," and then they go,
It was
him and the
romantic.
doctor get as close as possible.
that was a critical
unnecessary.
scene for their romantic
It's
development.
tension.
"Yeah, they're
They
they're
blow and then turn and look at each other. It
Yeah.
was so bad.
quick, preheat your breath to 350." Stupid, dumb.
Oh God.
And then they're like, "Be careful with that paper. It's like 200 years old." And he's like, "How can you be sure?" "We're pretty sure."
He's like freaking Eeyore.
Yeah, the script or Nick Cage or both are just hilarious.
Oh my god.
Oh
Yeah,
man! And then
man.
so after he steals the Declaration of Independence, and then has to buy a fake Declaration of Independence.
Which, like, when do we see him pick it up?
to have a backup one.
Oh man.
After a whole
This ain't
car
his first
chase.
rodeo, man.
So they
He
do
knows what
that,
he's
and they
doing.
kidnap the broad, and whatever happens.
That's fair.
And I really hated the stop shouting scene where he just does like a "be quiet, inferior woman, please."
That's the
for,
whole
like,
movie. He tells her to shut up the whole freaking
It's
movie.
so bad. It's so bad.
I hated
Stop
how
shouting.
they spent so long talking about how secure the Declaration was, and they have all these sensors, and they can even detect if someone has a fever around it. And then they just walk in and take it.
Yeah. Well, my
Yeah.
Like, he's
favorite
like-
bit is when I forget who it is in the hall with all the documents with his video camera and his laser that made one sensor slightly warm, and they're like, "Shut it down! The thing is a little bit warm. Where's Abigail? Like, have you heard the Declaration's warm right now?"
What was his friend? What was his friend's name?
What was his? What was the dude's
Riley?
name? Riley.
Riley. God, Riley was unbearable.
What?
But at one point, he just walks into a room full of video cameras and is like, "This is my room now. I'm going to set up shop here."
That's what.
Like, how did he get in there?
It was a subway thing. It was like down in the depths of the subway where he couldn't be found.
where he can feed a camera
Yeah.
and then run
I
it
don't
up
know, man.
to a coax
Listen,
cable
he's a genius, so he knows where to go.
and clamp
Yeah, but
it
there's
on
security guards.
to the
No.
coax cable
No security.
as if that would work. Also, how did he know which coax cable? He was right the first time. I can't even plug a USB port in right the first time. And this guy's got a vertical line of surveillance cables and just goes "Eureka" and picks the right one. Stupid. Stupid.
Oh my god.
That guy was smart until it was funny for him not to be smart.
Oh, the worst was the daylight savings time.
one.
It's 2:22. We missed it. Do you guys know
You-
this?
You guys don't know this,
I
right?
can't believe
Oh
you
my
guys
God.
don't know this. In 1774,
Let me
there
just
was a
soak in
daylight
this.
savings time. But you know who
me just soak in
suggested
this for a
daylight
second.
savings time? Ben Franklin. Stupid.
I hate that guy
Poor
so much.
Riley.
Good movie though.
But
Like,
you like the
good
guy from the
movie,
last
though.
movie that was so boring?
Oh.
The main character that had the entire movie rest on his shoulders. Yeah, I like that guy.
You're talking about
Whatever,
Lime.
man.
Lime had it all on his shoulders.
No.
It all hinged on
Whatever.
him.
We've
Yeah.
been there. We've done that.
Whatever. That movie was last episode.
so what I will
Subscribe.
say is,
That's
as,
so last
as
episode.
dumb as all this stuff is, and all
Stuff
these
is awesome.
lines, like it was entertaining.
Yes.
It's so
sure.
it was so stupid.
Amazing movie.
But I'm
Yeah.
like, it's like Transformers stupid. You're like, you're like,
Yeah.
all right,
It
but you're also
definitely-
on board.
It definitely hit different watching it now than when I was like 10.
I'm kind of
So,
sad I didn't get to watch it when I was like
you
10.
would have probably been
Oh,
amazed
yeah.
when you
I
were 10.
watched
It's
a bunch of videos where it's like this movie inspired every kid to like history.
Yeah.
Which maybe I should have watched this and I would have done better in history.
You know what my
I don't know
favorite?
about
you
history,
know what my
but it definitely
favorite?
got me into conspiracy theories.
You know what my favorite line was in this movie is when
Oh, I have my
Abigail
favorite.
turns to Ben and goes, "What's wrong, Ben?" And he goes, "It's just that the last time this document was in this room, it was being signed." And I was like,
Why was that the worst?
Because
That's
it
way
was
worse.
so dumb. The
No.
dramatic.
He's-
They're in the. They're,
It's dramatic. It's
That
history.
was
it was so bad.
Okay,
I didn't like it
no,
at
what's
all.
worse?
God.
What's worse
It
was
was being
the.
signed.
What was the worst one?
Oh my god! Fun fact:
I know what-
great grandfather signed the Declaration.
Yours?
No, he didn't.
Francis Lewis, look it up.
I'm gonna look it up.
I
right now.
don't believe
It's
you.
not
I
that
did
that
a
guy
speech on it
signed
in
it.
5th grade.
It's like
Well, my great grandfather also signed it.
I don't.
No, 7 grades.
I don't believe it.
His last name was Hancock. Prove me wrong.
way.
Benjamin Franklin
You
Hancock.
know whose last name is Coppola? Is Nick Cage.
Francis Ford. Yeah, he's a Coppola.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
He's
Oh,
a secret
Coppola?
Coppola.
Why did
Was I
he
saying
change his name to
Francis
Cage?
Coppola?
I think because he didn't. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. David could.
Anti-Nepo stuff?
I think it was to avoid being like a nepo child. I
Still
think-
though, of all the things you could pick, Cage.
Oh yeah.
Of like how he didn't want to be associated with the family in the movie.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
Good parallel.
He changed his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't want Coppola to put
What-
him
what-
in
you
a
had a
cage.
stupid-
What
line?
was your
So I think a dumber line is the thing about fishing is it never works out very well for the
That's a
bait.
good line. It's true. It's a proverb. Like,
I just
No,
feel
there
What
like
was the when he jumps into the Hudson? I'm sorry, there's a third door,
and I'm taking
it. And he jumps into the Hudson,
no.
I'm still not
Oh,
against
God.
you.
my favorite was
and there's a diving crew under there for him with their little thing, and they surface 40 yards away, and no one just goes, "Wait, that's
Oh, I
them
thought
right
they,
there."
Like, went a long way. I thought they went like kilometers or something.
No, you could see the boat in the background. They just climbed a
Oh, maybe.
ladder.
Yeah.
Very mysterious line.
my favorite line was right after they steal the Declaration and the doctor gets kidnapped by the bad guy and Nick Cage is hanging out of a van and pulls her into his van
Yeah.
and she's like, "What is going on?" And he's like, "Well, those are the guys we told you was going to steal the Declaration of Independence and we had to steal it to like that was the best option to keep it safe." And she slaps him like a 12-year-old and goes, "That's dumb." And that was it. I was like, "Oh my god, you are a freaking child. That's dumb."
That's
I didn't even
dumb.
catch that.
I didn't either.
Freaking
didn't either.
brilliant writing.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
dumb. End quote. It's great.
Okay,
Or-
before we get too far away from the Washington D.C. scenes,
Yeah.
you made a comment about how when you went to Washington D.C., the reflecting pool in front of the Lincoln Memorial
Was drained.
was drained.
Yeah.
It was also drained during the filming of this movie,
No kidding.
and it was
Huh.
digitally added in.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah.
So
Every
when
time,
did you go to Washington D.C.? 'Cause
Not in 2003. I went when I
Dang.
was.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
I went in 2010.
Oh, that's
or
much
I
later.
think 10 or 11. I
It's
was
much later.
I was 15 or 16. So yeah,
I
no,
went
it was.
sometime too, but I don't
It's
know
just
when.
like the
Maybe
reflecting
it was during that
pool's
whole
like
time.
I don't know, maybe
Yeah.
9
It was
feet
drained
deep.
that
I
whole
think,
time. That's pretty deep.
and it is. It's like deeper than I thought. Maybe it's. But I was also small, so I don't know. But yeah, no, it's just a big mud rectangle. So we just like stood on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial and looked over this giant turd over to the Washington Monument.
It's a nice minute.
So every time I see the reflecting pool filled in anything, I'm butthurt
You're just
because
like, meh.
I had to look
Gotta
at
go
the
back.
mud.
Gotta go back.
So,
Go to
Yeah, let's
go
do a
see
DC
Papa
trip.
Joe.
yeah, I was there. Yeah, Obama was president, so it had to be like 2010, 2011.
The glory days.
I think it was first term too. I got a Washington D.C. shirt that had like D.C. in like the monster font in pink.
Oh, that's
I
cute.
thought it was super cool.
I bet you did.
I thought it was super cool.
I bet you did. I think
skins.
that was cool.
Oh
yeah.
boy.
We also drove up there from here.
That sounds terrible.
Ugh.
It took 2 days.
It's too
12
far.
hours?
No, it's more than that. We
Ugh.
stopped in North Carolina both ways, and it was like, I mean, it's like 12 hours to North Carolina, isn't it?
No,
Northern
it's
North
like
Carolina?
7 to 8,
9.
right?
7 to 8. Well, no, it's 12 and you have 3 kids.
Charlotte's 9 from here, is what I know.
It's 12 and you have 3 kids, and you're making a bunch of stops and stuff.
Yes. No, that sounds about right.
Oh, yeah.
Fair.
So
Moral of the story: don't have kids.
yeah, true, true and real. So the brick scene made me mad too when they're in Philly and they're like, the bell used to be up here actually, and then they just step over a rope and there's no problems with that
There's
at
no
all.
security.
Why even show them doing that? And
Just
then
show they're going behind the rule. They're bending the rules.
the Centennial Bell's here now. And then but he goes out with the brick. And it's this, like, we presume, because the bell was there, this 200-year-old building.
Mm-hmm.
A 250-year-old building. And then he just pries a brick out with a knife, which, nope.
Of course.
Nope.
No, you could totally do that.
Nope.
Absolutely. 100%.
And then behind it were Ben Franklin's glasses.
Yeah.
His 3D
That's-
glasses.
Like, no one has seen that icon on the brick before.
Well,
like, come on.
You know, how many brick buildings have you walked past and not gone, oh, let me see if the Illuminati
But it's in
symbols on
Washington.
any of
Let me
these."
see.
That was
Every
in-
building is significant there.
That building's in Philadelphia.
Well, same point.
The Liberty Bell.
It's a significant building.
I also like how the villain goes to the brand new Liberty Bell building like
Wait.
an idiot.
Yeah, covered in the plexiglass and stuff.
Like you're so
I
dumb.
don't see any bricks here. It's like, yeah, dude.
What
What a
God.
film.
silly goose.
I did like the end though, even though I kind of called it.
I was a little surprised there at the end.
Well, just when they're
In
in
what
the,
way?
when they're in the empty room and they BS the Paul Revere stuff, I was like, that was clever. I
Yeah.
really like that.
See, it got me though.
What
You
got
were like, oh no, they're stuck.
Whenever, yeah, I thought they were stuck at the end, and they like gave the guy the final clue.
well, I figured what I said when they were in that room is, I said that's a fake room.
You said that when they were in the
Oh,
second.
so you're
fake
right.
room.
You're right. Actually, so they whatever Boromir leaves, and then they have
Sean Bond.
they have the pipe again. I thought
Yeah.
they didn't have the pipe. I don't have
No,
it.
because remember when after Nick Cage gets arrested and then Sean Bond breaks him out, he trades him the pipe and the Declaration.
Oh,
the clues or whatever.
Yes.
So
And then the pipe was the key all along. LOL. And they get into
the
the
secret
room.
lies with Charlotte.
They get into the room and they're like, the treasure's gone. But and that's when I was like,
And I was like, dang.
and I said out loud, there's a second room. Like there's got to be a second
Yeah.
room. And then I don't remember how they even get there. Do they press?
That's
a
when they
button?
put so they press a button to
Oh,
get in the first
yes.
room, and then they use the pipe to get in the actual room.
And then we have like some stupid. He's bluish greenish. He must be
It's
important.
a
and
bluish
hugs
green
him.
man with a
Ugh.
strange looking goatee.
And
I
I'm
bet
like,
that's
Riley, are you
significant.
crying?
Yeah, well, with a strange looking goatee, like as if everyone alive doesn't know what a pharaoh is.
Yeah.
It was a strange goatee. It didn't. It
It's
was.
a
It
pharaoh.
was like
It
braided.
looked just like his.
No, it did not.
Yeah, it
It
did.
did not.
like,
it
bro,
was
you have a
much longer.
goatee.
It was
Shut up.
much longer.
And then yeah,
And then at the end, Riley, are you crying? It stares.
You thought if you
Stupid.
thought
I
you were
hate
gonna
that guy
die,
so
if you
much.
thought you were gonna
How?
die and suffocate, and you saw your escape route,
I would do that.
You
but
wouldn't-
I would have.
my delivery
No.
would be better.
All right, that's fair.
I'd be
Yeah.
like, oh my god, stairs. And everyone would be like, ha ha ha, ha let's leave. And I would have nailed it. Yes.
First take.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was National Treasure, I
Someone's
guess.
got to go to prison.
Someone's got to go. Yeah, we're going to say somebody's going to go.
So
to
many
prison.
times.
Yeah.
I don't remember them arresting.
what?
Someone's
Sean
got to go to
Bean,
prison,
though.
Ben.
I don't remember that part.
In National Treasure 2, they say it. They say it more times.
Someone's got to go to prison.
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes me want to watch
It
it.
comes up again. So
Aren't there 3
There's
of these?
also a series.
no, there's 2 movies
the
and a
series-
series.
I thought there was a third movie, or was it only
I
in
don't think
development?
so.
I don't think
Could've
so.
Sworn.
I thought that this
it's like a
was.
Berenstein Bears the effect.
I thought this was the one that Tom Cruise just remade, but that is The Mummy. And
Ugh.
it did terrible.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
I haven't seen The Mummy, but also
It's on the
I was
list.
watching this going, I think this is kind of the same as The Mummy.
Same vibes.
Yeah.
Same vibes.
It
Yeah.
could-
Not,
Fantastical
obviously not
adventure
story,
story.
but
You know how like
Yeah.
studio like there's a reason there's never been a what's his face, a Houdini movie. It's because every studio on Earth has a script ready to fire for Houdini, and there would just be 6 movies out at once. It's like kind of like how Shark Tale and Nemo came out at the same time, and all this kind of deal.
Sing and Zootopia.
Yeah, exactly.
Specifically,
So I feel like that could have
the
been
end
was the Mummy
when he
in
lights
2004?
the fire and it lights up the whole treasure. That's when I was like, this might be similar to the Mummy.
No.
The Mummy was 1999, so it is
The
not.
Mummy is it's kind of similar vibes, but I feel like it's more fantastical because it's like,
Yeah, more supernatural.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I almost feel like it
I'm
falls
excited for that
more
one.
into easier to get into like Night at the Museum because it's,
Yeah.
supernatural versus like we're trying
Yeah,
to
once
be
you flip that
historical.
supernatural switch, it's a lot easier to get on board with the rest of the craziness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Mummy's so
Whereas this,
Carl,
it's like rooted in fact. I mean, I love the movie. But
That's-
yeah, it's like
that's
it's
why
like
it
once
was
you
like-
get like the historical, you're like, well, maybe, and it's like, okay, well, if this is gonna be your thing, then I guess you got to lean into it.
And also like the stuff with, it being tied to the Freemasons and the Templar and stuff.
the whole
that-
setup is pretty convoluted.
That just tastes different in 2023.
yeah.
Yeah.
In a post
Yeah.
like
Yeah, if you would watch this as a kid, it would be rose tinted glasses for me. This was like
Well,
like
not only that, but,
amazing.
like, we're especially we're real. It's like every adult like without a college education that listens exclusively to like the Joe Rogan Experience like is into conspiracy theory and like thinks that
Yeah.
shit like that is real all the time. So that
Yeah.
like it just
This is
gives
probably
it
the movie that wet their whistle for it.
yeah, it just gives it a different taste in my mouth since we're surrounded by people with holes in their brain that believe anything. So, I was kind of rolling my eyes at the all-seeing eye imagery and stuff.
The all-seeing
That
eye.
first one where the grandpa's eye fades out and it's like in the pyramid, the actual pyramid. It was like a little
remember
The
that.
twist
grandpa.
there.
You
in the
told
attic.
me he's in Knives Out,
Yes,
and I didn't think it was Christopher Plummer, but it was.
Yeah, it's Christopher Plummer.
Do you know who else he is?
No,
He is Captain Von Trapp in the Sound of Music.
wait, like the main guy?
Yeah,
No kidding.
yeah, same guy.
Sound of Music is a great movie.
Sound of Music is amazing.
Sound of Music is a 5-star movie.
Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
Did you?
Did
Wait.
we what?
What's the one we watched? Singing in the Rain.
Singing in the
Sorry.
Rain. Sound of
I was
Music
thinking of Singing in the Rain.
is
the whole
better
time.
than Singing in the Rain.
100%.
Sound of
Definitely.
Music.
It's not on the list, right?
No.
No,
Or is
because
it?
I've seen it a million times.
Dang.
Nick, have you ever seen it?
No.
Well, it's what's her face?
You would probably like it. 'Cause
What's her
you...
face?
Julie
Julie
Andrews.
Andrews.
Yes, Julie Andrews. Thank
Oh
you.
my God. Sound
God,
of
she's
Music.
so good.
Me and my
Add it
great.
to the list.
They do go the wrong
should.
way over the Alps, though.
Yes.
They're
I've
escaping.
been there.
Spoilers.
They're escaping Nazi
Did you
Germany,
dance like that?
and then they
Is that
walk.
the one where she puts her arms out
Yes.
and spins?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Did you do that? Please say you did that.
Absolutely.
yeah. Do you know who you're
Yeah.
talking
Yeah,
to?
Sick.
absolutely. I did that for like a whole
She's
3
like
days.
going down the
I lived my
slide
whole
thing.
life for this.
Yeah, she's going down the slide coaster like you are 16, going on 17. You still have much to learn.
Yeah, no, but when they filmed the
Danielle loves
movie,
musicals.
they just filmed them backwards. It wouldn't be the actual route because the hill was better. I don't know.
Yeah, so instead of like leaving like Nazi Germany's territory, they're just like marching into Mordor at the end of the movie on accident. They're like, Hitler's over here, let's go.
So good.
It's a good movie. It's better than this one.
Oh yeah.
But this movie was as much as I will hate on line delivery in the script and just Nicolas Cage existing. I had a lot of it was like one of those like I'm not mad, I'm just shaking my head and laughing at how ridiculous it is.
Phoebe agrees.
Especially knowing like I know they really tried to make a serious movie, like a serious adventure movie, but they put Nicolas Cage in it, man.
But who
But
else
to be
would be
fair,
there?
Tom
right.
Cruise.
No.
Completely different movie with literally anyone else, and it probably wouldn't have been as good.
No, I think you have to cast him.
What? Who else is
I
big?
think
Something about his dryness and his
Today it would be someone stupid like Mark Wahlberg.
yeah, it'd be some
Tom Holland.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Tom Holland's not
Dwayne
old
the
enough.
Rock
I'm gonna steal
Johnson.
the. Yeah, it's like he couldn't even crawl through those tunnels. Like, how is he gonna get in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beneath Parkington Lane.
My
Also
favorite, one of my favorite lines was also after he. So there's a scene at the end where they're like going on like, what's it called?
The staircase thing.
Where they're in the staircases collapse and they jump onto the like elevator
The
thing.
elevator chandelier.
Shaft or whatever.
And then that falls apart. I don't even. I couldn't keep up with everything that was happening. Something falls apart, and it's Nick Cage and the doctor, and he's like has a choice to drop her and save the Declaration, or save her and let the Declaration
Fall.
and be
The
gone forever.
Declaration.
And he chooses to drop her on her spine.
Yeah.
The
And
strongest part of your body.
And well, yeah. Anyways, he picks her up and he's like, "I'm sorry, I had to save the Declaration." And she's like, "I do that for you. Like I do the same thing." And the way he responded to
Then
that
he gets
was the
butthurt.
most No, he just went, "Really?" And it was just the most Nick Cage way to say the word "really." I was freaking rolling.
Can we also talk about how he
Wait.
just grabbed her and kissed her, just the most unromantic?
Just 'cause.
Yeah,
he
I
was
think
just
I-
At the
like,
very end when he's like, "I did get the girl." That
come
one?
here. No, when they're
No,
like
the
about to go
first
down
one.
the tunnel,
The first
Okay.
time.
they're
The
like
second one was pretty
crawling
Yeah,
weird.
it was
through
weird. It was a weird time
cobwebs.
for a kiss.
They just kiss for no reason because they have to establish the romance, which they didn't have to do because they could have done that at the end of the movie, which they did anyway.
It was very 2000.
Oh
They
my
did
God.
a stupid kiss, and I in my living room went boo.
Yeah.
Like I just didn't like it. Boo. I don't like that.
Come here.
It's not the worst kiss I've ever seen on screen. That is the Rise of
Kylo
Skywalker
Ren.
kiss. That made me want to commit seppuku in a movie theater.
Yeah.
I wish it was different.
I wish it didn't exist.
I know.
But hey, we found a way to
Yeah.
make Star Wars into this. What time we got? Are we doing okay?
41 minutes.
41, but
We've been
take
talking.
away like 10.
Yeah,
because
take
of the
away
intro.
like.
We're at
Five.
a movie.
I don't know if I have anything else.
I don't
to say
think I have
about
anything
it.
else either.
Oh,
What'd you guys think of the ending?
The
They-
ending,
He didn't go to prison.
they settled for 1% of the
They
Which
settled
is
for 1%,
still-
which is a ton.
So
1% of $10
1%
billion.
is-
But of course, Riley's
like
butthurt
10
about it. That
million.
douche.
Well, he's not.
Was
he
it only
can't-
10 billion?
He can't be that butthurt. He's in a Ferrari 360 Spider.
Oh, but he was though.
He can't
He
drive
sucks.
it though.
I read a fun fact that like half of 1% of that is still like $50 million.
Yeah.
So he's fine.
And
No,
in
they get a lot.
2004, that's
In
You know,
2004,
inflation.
that's just tons of money.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then they're in some house or whatever.
and then she gives him a map.
Yeah.
Is it a map to like
Here's
Yeah.
you
here's
know
another hunt for you.
like
saucy time.
Yeah, like
Ugh, that was a map straight to the bedroom.
Yeah.
cringe.
The national treasure was inside the
But-
whole time.
But
He's gonna.
his floor
gonna plunder.
his foreplay is like she gives him a map, but the map just leads to a clue that leads to another clue that leads to another clue.
That
Then
was
they
my
have
beef
sex
with this
like
movie.
4 hours later.
Yeah, and he's like, I think I finally
That's
got it.
foreplay.
I
The
finally
clues in this
found the
movie were
key."
so stupid.
But the
What?
clues.
He
Like, it was
bled on
like,
the pipe and
blow-
rolled it
Blow
out.
on the map. Look at the shadow. Look into the glasses. It's
Blow on
freaking.
the map. It's that was just how they did it. That wasn't like the
It was
steps.
stupid.
Come on.
It was the easiest scavenger hunt of all time. They just walked
Okay.
in, stole the Declaration, blew on it, and that was
no.
that.
They're trained
think it was
professionals,
easy?
Nick.
Yeah, it was easy.
It
They
took him his
walked in
whole
and did it
life.
With
They made it look easy.
So it wasn't.
No.
It wasn't easy.
It took his whole life to find all those clues.
Of course, there was one security. They beefed up, like they talked about how beefy the security around the Declaration was and
Well,
all
the
the cool
party was
tech around
the
it.
party was
And then
happening.
they hide it, and there's one security guard.
Yeah,
That's it.
No, they established that would be
And
the
they
case.
tased
though.
him.
They established that would be the case. I wouldn't
They just
say.
made it look
They're
so
far
freaking easy. It
less
was stupid.
security.
I
They
would-
were smart. They figured it out.
I would say.
It can't be done now because the movie ruined it for everybody.
right
else.
now, you could never steal
Yeah.
a declaration.
I
No,
would say
yeah.
it was convenient, not easy.
Yeah.
The solutions were
was-
convenient for plot reasons, but yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's Ocean's
okay,
11.
yeah.
It's that kind of impossible heist.
today,
thing.
if they made this movie today, it would be 3.5 hours long, and everything would be more difficult for some
terrible.
reason.
No,
They'd be
nobody wants
apologizing
that.
for every historical event.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
It would take forever.
The next clue, we have to walk on the Trail of Tears.
We have to walk 1,000 miles in their shoes.
Yeah.
It's like, oh boy.
Oh boy.
Ew.
Oh,
Do you
God.
want to know what the like stealing thing is for the second movie?
The stealing thing.
Yeah, like
Oh,
with
yeah,
the,
yeah.
the
Hang on.
I
Let me
watched
guess.
the trailer, but I
Yeah.
don't
Let me
remember.
guess. Is it a
Yeah, everybody guess,
document
yeah.
or a thing?
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember.
Oh God.
Another clue is stealing might not be the most accurate word.
What?
Well, it's just what's the crime of the second
What's
movie?
the MacGuffin?
The MacGuffin.
I genuinely have no idea.
He has to kidnap the president.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kidnap him.
I'm gonna kidnap.
I'm gonna kidnap
Who
the president
plays
of
the
the United
president?
States. I don't know, but Randy Travis is in the
I
movie.
can't remember.
Randy Travis.
Hopefully
is
it's
great.
him.
Couldn't put him
Randy
in it now.
Travis does not play the
Ooh.
president.
Speaking of actors playing the president, I forget the name of the movie, but at one point Harrison Ford played the president, and he was like on Air Force One. Maybe it's
Get
called Air
off
Force
my
I
One.
think it's called Air
Force
That-
One.
That was a good movie.
You know the movie Air Force One.
Why have you seen that?
Shut up. I just okay.
Helen Mirren's in this.
Yeah, that's his mom.
Cool.
Nick
Oh,
Cage.
the second one?
Who's the
Oh,
president?
like in the
man?
movie.
I can't think of his name. I know I've seen him. He's in Star Trek.
Wait, what? Who's it?
Oh, Bruce Greenwood. Who's that?
The guy who plays the president.
Where did that name in my life?
What the heck? What is he in? He's Pike in Star Trek.
Yeah.
It doesn't help
You're
me.
Pike.
It
in
means
Star Trek.
nothing.
Dude, I don't know what this guy's in. I don't know if I recognize him at all. This is good podcast content.
Okay, let us know in the chat.
Listen, well, you famously don't watch movies, so
Yeah.
you probably wouldn't recognize
This
him
would be a-
from all the movies
yeah.
you haven't
So,
watched.
have
He's
you seen the
stretch.
second one, Danielle?
Yes.
It's in a movie called The World's
Yeah.
Fastest
Is it
Indian.
worth?
If you enjoyed this one, yeah.
Nope. No,
Oh,
that's not
then-
true. That's not true.
If
I
you want
enjoyed it.
another summer adventure full of clues
Yeah.
that are
Yeah.
a little convenient.
If you want the same thing again,
Yeah.
Save it for President's
okay,
Day.
yeah, I'd watch it. Save it for free.
I liked
Yeah.
the second one too.
Second one, I don't remember much about that one though. And the first one is definitely like the first Matrix. It's like that's
Yeah,
the one. The
yeah,
other ones are like okay, yeah, fine, but
Mm-hmm.
not that first one really hits it.
Yeah.
Same with Back to the Future.
Sure. If
Sure.
you say so.
All right. Should we do star ratings?
Let's do star ratings. I just want to point out that this movie came out the same year as one of the greatest movies of all time, Spider-Man 2.
Phantom Menace.
Spider-Man 2 is so good.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So 2004, Spider-Man 2.
of the sun.
And
I immediately went.
But did he?
Prisoner of Azkaban too. Came out.
Prisoner of
Ooh,
Azkaban is
yeah.
also
Huh.
great.
Good year for movies.
I know 2004 was lit.
No Star Wars, huh? That was
Actually,
earlier on.
yes, the Empire of Dreams documentary came out in 2004.
That's
I
also
love
good.
that you
I
know
know that
I love
because I know things. And Revenge of the Sith was 2005. So star ratings. I haven't thought about this at all. I will go not first.
I have.
Go, Nick, go.
I've thought about it. I have a rating. I had one before we even started
Ooh.
because this is a very simple movie and it didn't take me long to think about it.
Did you miss
I
any
enjoyed
major
it.
plot
It was,
points?
yeah, it really brought me to tears when. No, I'm just kidding. No tears on this one.
My
No
favorite part about
deep-
this movie was the emotional growth. Of
I really
Benjamin
loved how he
Franklin Bates.
fought for truth to
He
prevail.
did fight for truth, though.
When he sees
And
his
freedom.
father kidnapped in the
Yeah, you
van,
should
that
love
just
this
reminded
movie.
me
He
of my
fought
own
for truth
journey.
the whole time.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but the truth was a 300-year-old document that everyone knows. Whatever.
200-year-old doctor.
Some truths are simple.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's not 2076 yet.
I enjoyed it though, as much as I really hated some of the dialogue. I hated Riley. I thought it was ridiculous that the doctor would just play along. There was so many times where I was like, this is just not reasonable
You have to
or
suspend.
realistic. But yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
you suspend
And once
disbelief.
you get past that, it was fun to watch. I enjoyed it. It went by quick. I wasn't looking at my phone or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dialogue was the biggest thing for me. It was rough, man.
Yes.
And I don't know if that was actor and delivery and Nick Cage and
I think it's
delivery
the
or
script.
script writer or both.
I think the lines themselves were a little awkward.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
that's the script's fault. I think
There
Nicolas
was-
Cage is really good at being Nicolas Cage, and if you want Nicolas Cage, you cast him. So that just
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen any other Nick Cages.
He's
I know
that.
Cameron hasn't. But
He's
is Nick
that.
Cage? Does he just play Nick Cage in every movie?
Yes. I've
Yeah.
seen multiple.
A lot of
yes.
actors do though. Tom Cruise plays Tom Cruise in every movie.
But it doesn't feel
Well,
the
yeah, that's
same.
because he does 30 Mission Impossibles.
Yeah, well, it's not the same because the implications are different with Tom Cruise.
But yeah, once you kind of get past all that, it's a fun watch. But I'm still gonna only give it a 2.
A 2?
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a little below average, and if average is 2.5,
Wow.
here we are at 2,
Man.
right there with Casablanca.
I just knew.
Oh
No,
my
I give Casablanca a
God.
2.5.
Ugh.
Well, it would
Rough.
feel
Yeah.
wrong if this was above Casablanca. So.
Yeah, no, that's illegal.
Wow, a 2.
A 2.
That's
That
harsh.
crap. That's my lowest.
That is your
This is
lowest.
your
That's my
least
lowest.
That's your
favorite movie.
I do.
lowest?
This is your least favorite
Yeah,
movie so far?
it's a little below average for me, and I know that's because I didn't grow up like. If I would have watched it, like Carl was saying, you got rose-tinted glasses.
Yeah.
You're just
But yeah,
lazy.
for watching it in 2023, a little below average, 2 stars.
Let's
Man.
juxtapose that with Carl.
Carl.
Yeah, I mean, this movie, love it. As a kid, you grow up in a world where maps are over here and the declaration's over here. They
Right.
don't intermingle. And then you see this movie and it shatters that reality, and you're like, I don't even know what to think
whole
anymore.
life
Maybe
is
these
a lie.
symbols on the dollars do mean something. Like you start to question everything. They lied about this. They could lie about who knows what others. There's glasses and bricks.
No one thought to ask, what
so-
about, it's no longer a map or the declaration. It's map and
It's both.
the declaration.
No, yeah, that Venn diagram just became a circle.
And you know
So-
what? I'm glad they were brave enough to ask that question. What if?
So this movie just scratches that special itch of like you want like I almost watched Pirates after this because I was like that kind of has that
Yeah.
same tone for me where it's like it's ridiculous, it's absurd, but you're there for the characters, you're there for the story. Like I know it's not airtight,
No.
but it's so much fun. I think this is like one of the most fun episodes of like movies that I've done. Like Pulp Fiction was up there for me for fun, and we get a little bit of the wolf in this, which is also
God.
nice. But I
can't
just had a
believe you
great.
just said Pulp Fiction in the same sentence that you're talking about this movie.
It's the same kind of like ride where I know like Pulp Fiction's a different kind of ride, but this is still like a fun ride. Like same with like Matrix,
I
300,
see
Fight
it.
Club. They're all kind of fun rides. They're like
see
these
it.
like it's like a I don't know. They're just fun, and it's
This
kind
is
of
the
like got
kids'
this
version of
angle
that.
that's a little different. Like Fight Club has an angle. This movie's an angle. So I just really like that. But yeah, it's definitely hard. If I had not watched it, I don't think I would love it. I'd probably be like the same tone with like the Back to the Future. I was just like, eh. But having watched it as a kid, God, it's gonna be really hard to objectively rate this.
They have to
Doesn't
be.
have
Yeah,
to
I
be
think
there.
that's
I'm
fine.
going to I think I'll go 3.5.
Okay.
4 feels too heavy,
Yeah.
but 3.5 feels good. Yeah, I'll stop there.
I'm going to do 3
Yeah.
because it was fun. I think the script was hilarious. Nicolas Cage, like, I have always, without having seen a Nicolas Cage movie until just yesterday, made fun of Nicolas Cage for being just a wooden actor that's not really acting. He's just being in movies.
He's just there.
You know? He's just Nicolas Cage isn't an actor, he's just in movies. You know? But I got to experience that for 2 hours and 11 minutes, and it was kind of weirdly charming in a way.
The commentary
Yeah.
from Cameron throughout watching this movie was just top notch.
I don't really remember any
wish
of
I
it.
Oh,
could
it was
have that, yeah.
hilarious. You kept yelling, Benjamin Franklin Gates.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It was so good.
It's so stupid.
You should watch The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent with Nick Cage. It's just him playing him. But I think if you get the tone of him, you'll really like that movie. Pedro
Okay.
Pascal's in it too. It's very good.
No, I want to watch more Cage stuff because it's just, if it's all like that, it's all gonna be funny. Like, what's
I can give you 2 more.
is Face Off with Nick Cage and John
Yeah.
Travolta? Yeah, I want to watch that. What Nick Cage movies did you have me watch?
Well, another one that I remember like watching when I was growing up was Gone in 60 Seconds, which is a car heist movie, and Nicolas Cage is the car heistist. And then another movie growing up, it was called Moonstruck, and it's about an Italian family, and it's really early Nicolas Cage, like early 90s, and he plays like an Italian guy. and he bakes bread.
But
there would be another one.
Go right into your
It's
star
so
rating.
good. Okay, my star rating. I've been going back and forth, but I think I want to go with Carl for the nostalgia factor and do 3.5.
Nice.
Because I
we
like
agree. This is like the first time.
I know.
Yeah, you two
Look
have
at
never
us.
agreed.
I love
Yeah.
this journey for us.
So everyone, I think, has agreed with everyone else
Yeah.
on the podcast at least once
But
now.
I really liked history
We can
growing
stop
up,
the show.
and I remember thinking this was cool.
did it.
And
Shit.
also, Carl, I think this is the same director as Pirates, so that's why they feel similar.
Okay.
Or producer Jerry
I could see that.
Bruckheimer. I don't know if he's a director or
I
producer,
think he produced.
but it's the same.
Okay,
That's why
interesting.
they,
Yeah.
have a similar vibe.
Yeah.
How many stars would you give the meme I showed you of Nicolas Cage with a bird for hair?
I don't really get that one,
I don't
so
either.
I would not a lot of stars.
His
for
hair is
me.
a bird.
I don't know what it's from.
I don't either.
I don't
but
get it.
his hair is a bird.
His forehead's clearly photoshopped bigger.
Yeah, I don't think his hair in real life is a gold eagle.
No.
No,
Oh man, I
I
guess.
don't think that's the
guess.
case.
Oh gosh.
Man, I had something to say and I lost it. Crap.
Mm.
Oh well. Oh, I remembered it. I think this
Nice.
I think this movie was our halfway point.
Is it?
I think this is 26.
I mean, it's the last. We're recording on the last Wednesday of June. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
makes
well, it
sense.
comes out.
Wow.
Yeah, this will be out July 4th. But yeah, we're halfway done
Wow.
with the
Our
year.
journey.
Yeah.
So we are halfway through the list, which is pretty cool. And what feels
Yeah.
good
And there's
is a lot of stuff I'm excited for is in the second half of the list.
Yeah.
So I was about to say, yeah.
There's one that I'm gonna scream if we pull.
What?
'Cause
What?
I
Is it?
I
can't.
was thinking about it today, and I was like, it could happen. It's so. There's only so many left.
Yeah.
Like, it's so close.
What is it?
I can't wait to watch the Truman
I don't
Show.
want to say.
Don't say it.
Yeah.
I want
Should
the
we-
Truman
should we
Show
pull now?
every week.
Yeah, let's pull
Ooh,
now.
Let's pull.
So
And then we'll
Truman
do extracurriculars.
Cross your fingers for Truman
Do
Show.
you want to pull this one?
Sure.
You pull this one.
Oh, I feel
Ooh.
scared now.
You just have to flick it. when
Oh,
you're done.
guys, I can't wait till I'm in the
Okay.
room with you and I can pull one.
Yeah.
All right.
You're not gonna pull one. Come on.
Butch Cassidy and,
And
the
the
Sundance,
Sundance
Kid.
Kid.
Ooh.
Another
wasn't it.
Western, baby.
Yay.
Let's go. Carl and I
I don't
are
know
in
anything about that
heaven.
one.
It's not what I
also
wanted.
would have
Not gonna
accepted
lie.
2001: A Space Odyssey.
Isn't
That's
this?
the one I
Oh,
really,
dude.
really want.
Isn't this one a 90s?
I'm dying for that.
Oh, let me read the thing.
Read
Yeah.
the
Read the
description.
I
I wanted
speaking
the
of-
mummy.
This one though.
Speaking of Westerns, I don't know if this was something that Good, Bad, Ugly set in place and like started, but there's that idea that there's a character who has knowledge that can't be killed, and it's like you have to keep him around because only he can get you to the end kind of thing.
Oh.
And we kind of got
Yeah.
that one in
Yeah.
this movie too.
Shit.
I wonder if they did set that up.
All right. So Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Let me set it up. It's a movie from 1969. Wyoming, early 1900s. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid are the leaders of a band of outlaws. After a train robbery goes wrong, they find themselves on the run with a posse hot on their heels. The solution? Escape to Bolivia.
Interesting.
What's unfortunate for me is that this movie has an incredibly famous ending, so I know how it ends.
Well, you love that.
And that, well,
You're
not
Yeah,
stressed.
you'd look
not,
that up anyways.
not in this instance.
Okay.
I don't think. If it's the one I'm thinking of, and I'm pretty sure it is,
Is this
I
a
I think I'm
series?
thinking of
You
something
are
too, but I
going
don't know
to
if it is or not.
absolutely hate the ending.
Oh no.
Hmm.
You're gonna hate the ending.
Is this a
Dang.
serious movie? Because in my head, it's like a goofy, like, oh, you're like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, let's not talk about
It's
it. I
not.
don't know
It's
anything
not
about
a.
You know?
It's not a joke movie.
Okay.
Like it's
I don't
not
think it's
like.
a comedy, but I think there's
For some
funny
reason, in my
parts.
head, it's a comedy.
No, there's some funny parts, but no, it's a Western movie. Like it's.
So
Man, I got out of the last
Google-
Western.
Google's telling me that Sam Elliott's in it,
Ooh.
Yes.
but also he's billed for card player number 2, so that doesn't sound like a super.
That doesn't seem.
I don't know how big he was
Main
in
character.
1969. You know,
Yeah, it
like
might have been one of
Roadhouse
his
is in the
first.
90s.
He's got to be pretty young. He might have not even have white hair yet.
I know.
This
We're,
is-
we're
be
still gonna
wild.
sound like Sam Elliott.
Yeah.
Which is great.
I think you're still on that Nick Cage.
Yeah, I tried.
That was.
I'm not good
pretty
at
Nick Cage.
impressions.
No, I think you are.
I'm not good at
I think
impressions.
you're. They make
You're
me
John
laugh.
Travolta's. Yeah.
Your John Travolta's real good.
I'm not
I gotta
gonna
steal
do
the
it.
Declaration.
Oh, steal it, man!
There it is.
Where's the Declaration, Sandy?
Someone make a deep fake. John Travolta is.
Remember when
I
they
feel
were
like
like
Keanu
Benjamin
could have maybe done
Franklin.
this movie.
Keanu Reeves?
Whoa, map
Oh.
on the back of the Declaration.
You're
Like,
right.
he's got that same kind of like dumbfounded, like he could make those lines work.
Yeah,
Oh, really? I didn't realize that was the most
Yeah.
powerful
Him
treasure of all
and Nick-
time. Like,
him and Nick Cage both have voices where they just sound like they're dumb.
astonished.
Yeah.
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 Who else?
Love him
Can't
both.
think
though.
of anyone.
Mike Myers. No, I'm kidding.
Mike Myers. Austin Powers steals the Declaration of Independence.
Let's do favorite thing we watched that wasn't this movie this week. I'll go last because Nick can go first.
I'll go first. This week I watched almost every episode of the new season of Black Mirror.
Oh.
So they're standalone episodes, self-contained stories, similar to like American Horror Story or whatever. Sort of. Almost all of them were good. There were a couple misses where
Really? Okay.
people were turning into werewolves, and it was weird.
That's what. Yeah, that's the one
But
I didn't
there's-
spoil.
There's a specific one with Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad that was very good. It's about astronauts. You'd love it, Carl.
Ooh, okay.
It's about astronauts who are in space for like 6 years, but they have a vessel that looks like them and feels like them on Earth that they can transfer their mind to during the day, so they can like be with their family, and then
Huh.
they go to this like sleeping pod thing, and then they wake up in space.
That's great.
And it was a really good episode. That was my favorite. But there's 4 or 5. I haven't seen the last one yet. But no, it's a solid season.
Huh.
So
Carl.
that's
I've heard
mine.
mixed reviews on Instagram comments, so I'm not sure. I don't watch the show, so I just know people.
Well, that's
have
the
not
thing.
liked it
There's-
because the supernatural stuff.
There are
Like, this
some
used to
that
be
are.
a technology show. Like,
Yeah.
I love
but-
reading comments about things I'm not invested in because I can just like kind of mindlessly be like, all right, like don't have to take it in.
If you're
me
taking
reading the
notes,
plots of
episode
movies.
1 and 3 were my favorite. So do with that what you will.
Carl, what'd you watch this week?
What did I watch? Oh yeah, my life flashed before my eyes when I fell off my bike.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Did you get hit by a
I,
car
like,
again?
No, but I haven't ridden a bike in like forever because I'm 30 something, and like I was like I need to get a helmet or else I'm gonna hit my head and be paralyzed or get brain damage or something. So I'm like I'm not gonna ride my bike until I get a helmet. But I rode it anyway because I was like it's so nice out. So I was doing an early morning egg session, came back, was riding. You know, my apartment complex has that like parking garage.
Yeah.
So I was on that, and like now they've gotten rid of all those like side spaces because it used to be for residents, now it's for retail, so they're all open. So I was gonna do like a little banking sweep and then like go cut it to the
Oh
door.
no.
Like I guess those spots are just hella dusty, and like my bike on my right turn flipped out from under me, and like before I knew it, it was just blur, and I was on my back. I'd hit hard on my hip, cut up my like back here. My glasses, and I was wearing glasses that also only have one contact, which has also been a nightmare this whole week. So I've been
That
like
sounds
either
awful.
wearing glasses that are not the right prescription, like a couple prescriptions old, or one eye, which is also not great. And it's been a hellish week.
You should get an eye patch.
Like my glasses broke, my hat falls off, my earphones fall off, my bike's fine, I think, but I'm just like I took a real blow to my pride.
I almost ordered an eye patch this week.
Yeah, I got up and I was like, I was like hobbling the rest of the day, and now my sides get like real tender and swollen, so I'm walking funny. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, that was about it.
Yeah, I don't really have one. I
You started I Think You Should Leave last night.
Well, yeah. So I've seen a lot of
Oh,
clips
so
from that
good.
show. I think you've been watching it too, Carl.
I just finished it.
I've seen a lot of
think you
clips, but we started season 1. We got like 1 episode in.
Oh,
Because we
that
started
show.
after the movie.
I was
so-
sleepy.
and she was tired, and my eye was off the scene. So, yeah, no, my week has been really overshadowed by this eye infection, so I haven't really watched anything.
Oh no.
Poor boy.
What'd you watch?
I watched Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
finally.
Finally, I had
That's
seen
the first one, right?
the first one, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I had seen it like on a youth trip and it got interrupted, so I had only seen like the first quarter and then the last bit. So it was nice to actually watch it in its full length, and it's great. And now I want to
Yeah.
go see the second one. And I also watched the 2005 Pride and Prejudice, which is amazing.
Well, you watched half of it.
No, I watched the rest of it on Sunday.
Oh, nice. Do you agree
So
good.
with it being the best Spider-Man movie?
So I was going to ask.
I know I would rather watch Spider-Man 1 and 2.
Yeah, like I loved like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man because that's what I grew up with. But
they're not airtight in a way that this movie is airtight.
This movie is that movie's really good. Really, really good.
What do you mean by airtight?
Yeah, is it because of the medium of animation you can just
I think
do
that
things
helps.
you can't do with
I think that helps a lot.
It's a little more forgiving.
Yeah.
But also the animation style was so groundbreaking
It
too.
was so crazy. It's so
Yeah,
cool.
it was really
Carl,
good.
do you remember we were at Adobe Max?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
And they played the trailer for us before it was released.
That was awesome. Yeah. Then they
And I went,
used some
this
of
is
the programs.
amazing. Yeah, they used some Adobe stuff. So we were at an Adobe conference. I remember being absolutely blown away by some of the stuff they were talking about, and then I still have never watched it.
It's really good.
It's really good.
It's good. It's really good. Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, there you go.
There you go.
No Beatles update this week because Nick failed to listen to the album.
Rip.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling it, and I didn't want not feeling it to affect how I felt about the album.
Oh, you know what? I kind of have a favorite thing I watched. One of my favorite bands came back from the dead last week and dropped a music video after 9 years. So shout out to Texas in July.
Nice.
Listen, I am tired. Texas in July. Oh boy! On that note,
Texas in July.
On that note, we're gonna watch a movie called Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. We have a 4-day weekend. I do. Do you work
Nice.
Monday?
Yeah.
Loser. So, whatever. Shout out to Eye Infections and America, I guess. And we'll catch you in the next one.